to this. To tell you the truth, this month is not that big because there's nothing releasing really in December. So it's really only 2 weeks of January that we're covering.
Well,
But next month we have like, but
oh my
I have
God.
14, she has like 10 or 11. Like we have so many books to
There's
talk
going to
about
be
for next
like,
month.
at least
So mark
25
up a
bucks.
full hour
Yeah.
for the first one of 2026.
But this one, I actually, interestingly, I have two for December 30th. I feel like that's not a very good release date.
You know what? It reminds me that Such a Fun Age came out on December 30th or December 31st, and it was a book club pick. So I am convinced that
Oh,
your
yeah,
Dolly is a
yeah,
book club
for
pick.
sure. Oprah.
But we'll see. We'll
She's
see.
gonna
Because
be
I have
Oprah.
some predictions on some of what I've read for book club, but we'll see.
I know. But let's
We'll
go
see.
through and we'll talk about them and we'll say what our
And
predictions
guys,
are.
we're in like full podcast setup mode. So if you see us like whacking things out of the way, it's
That's
because we've
why.
been trying to record all day.
Oh, and now you can see my, well, sorry, you can see my computer and the thing, but
But that's okay because you're running the slides.
okay.
Okay,
I'm gonna
let's
do a good
start.
job. Here I go. I'm not gonna press on your computer to run the slides.
Right.
I'm gonna
This
do
might
it
be the
on
better
mine.
setup because you can't get confused. Oh, this is you
And this
first.
was the first one, and this is the only one that I put a 26 because I figured this is like 1/1/26. This is
Right, which we learned from Amy that when
yes.
it's a 1/1 or it releases on a third on the first of the month, it's because it's going to be an Amazon first reads pick the month before. So if you have Amazon Prime, you can actually download this for free now.
Yes. And we also found out that
Kindle first, that's what it's called.
yeah,
Thank you, Gina. I knew she would know.
thank you. Gina always and and they get paid. So
By the
Amazon by
page.
the page. So Amazon actually tracks how many pages people read and
Hmm.
pays the authors by the page, which
Hmm.
is also why this is not available on Libro because it is an Amazon imprint that's printing it up.
I thought you were going to say that you were excited because Amy is a friend of ours
Oh well, I'm super excited.
and we're in the acknowledgement
Yeah,
section, which is really exciting.
it was really sweet, and I
And
actually
I'm
didn't
taking this with me to Florida.
I didn't know this till I got to the very end, and I actually read the acknowledgments, and
And she didn't tell us when we had brunch with her
no,
or
she
anything.
didn't.
She didn't mention it. And then we got there and it was like,
Yeah,
you're on the book end.
this is
Okay,
I
sorry
okay.
about
So
it.
I have some thrillers that I've already read this year, and every one of them is better than all the thrillers that I read last year. This is her first thriller. It's set on Venice Beach, and it's a dual point of view.
Hmm.
So, Tessa, it starts off, Tessa is with her son. They're in a coffee shop, and her son sees a woman and starts calling her Gigi, Gigi. And the woman pretends that she has no idea who the kid is, and she's like really confused. The next day, the woman is found um, dead in one of the canals outside of her house. And the husband is saying, like, he doesn't know this woman, but her name is Virginia. So obviously the son did know him. And it follows her point of view and the Virginia's mom, whose name is Barb, who is not convinced that her daughter got drunk and fell into the canal and died.
Okay,
And she is convinced that she was murdered. And so the two of them kind of pair up to try and figure out who she was and how she died.
love it.
It was really
I'm
good.
excited. This is a departure for her. So
It
I'm
is. And
particularly
she did
excited
a
to read
great
this one.
job. It was well written and surprising and well done. And I was like, oh, look at this. I didn't guess
I
who it
love
was in
when
the
authors,
second.
I love when they switch genres. It's
Hmm.
always keeping us
And
on
did
our
such a good
toes.
job with it. So
Keeping us on our toes. You have another one.
I have another one. The first time I saw him, which is a follow-up to the last thing he told me.
Which I think has a second season. So I'm sure that the second season must be coming out. I wonder if it is going to be reflective of
It
this book.
I when's the second season coming out?
I don't know. I shall Google while you explain.
All right. Okay. So I think you kind of have to have read the first one, but it doesn't really need to be fresh in your head. And if you haven't read the first one, you can probably read a summary of it. This takes place 5 years after the end of the last book, and um, she is at an art exhibit of some of her work, and she sees her husband very briefly,
Okay.
and then he basically disappears again, and things start happening where all of a sudden, um, everyone is telling them, like, get out of the house, get away, and people are after her and her daughter again. She doesn't know like what is going on, and it is fast paced, it's well plotted. They're like running, people are chasing them. Are they going to die? Are they going to like find a way out of this?
Well, it is the source material for season 2 is this book,
Oh, nice.
and it comes out on February 20th. So,
Oh, no way.
yeah. So it's
I feel
out, the
like
book is out first, but that's not a long lead
that
time.
is not a long leeway. So if you don't want it to be spoiled,
You got to
you
read
got to
this
read it pretty quickly.
quickly.
But yeah, it was fast paced. Like I just like whipped through this one because there's not really a spot where you can put it down. It's
Right.
like go, go, go. And are they going
Oh,
to be
finally, the
murdered? And
return of a good thriller. I think I have
yes,
not read
yes.
any, so
Yes, and I read another one that I thought was coming out, but apparently it's not coming out till February. So
maybe 2026 will be like the new 2018. I feel like
I hope
2018 was
so.
the best year for thrillers.
I hope
Like
so.
The Last Mrs. Parrish and The Wife Between. There were
So
so many
many
good
good
books that
ones.
came out that year. I'm hoping this is the year, and I have one.
Oh, and Gina got this from Kindle first. Oh,
No,
yay.
that was the last one.
Oh, no, no, no,
A
no,
lot of
no. Yeah, the
books.
last one. I just saw
Uh,
that. Yay. Okay.
I read The Storm by Rachel Hawkins. I love her stuff. She goes by another like another name, and she writes Christmas novels too. She's
She
awesome.
is?
Yeah.
Who is she?
I don't remember. You can Google while I do this one. But Rachel Hawkins, who I don't even know what her most famous ones are, but I read her thrillers. I look forward to them every single year. This one is a dual timeline, hurricane fiction, which is a weird subgenre of fiction that really gets me going. I'm the kind of person that really loves the Weather Channel during hurricane season. And so this is like niche, my kind of a thriller. But essentially, in the present day, there's a hurricane coming. Who is it?
She's Erin Sterling?
Yeah. Yeah. She wrote The Ex-Hex.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's like.
I know, totally different. I know. I love it. I love it. Anyway, okay. So present day, there's a hurricane coming, but someone has come to this little inn on this town on the coast of Alabama, and they're there to investigate a murder of someone that happened during a hurricane like 40 years ago.
Oh, nice.
Okay. And over the course of the time this person's like writing their biography, secrets are unraveling. We're getting the what happened in the past. We're getting stuff that's going on in the present day, and it's great. I loved it.
Oh my God, see, already I feel like
I did.
3 more thrillers that are better than
Although I will say that I always forget about her thriller from this year because I read it in December of last year. So like similarly, like I kind of forget sometimes, like I read it in 2024, but it's in 2025. And I did like hers, but I always
What was the last her last thriller?
It was called The Everest, I think.
Oh, I didn't read that one.
Everest. It was really good.
I read most
really
of her stuff.
I love her stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh, you picked up the slack for me on this one.
Oh my God.
I appreciate it, but I can't wait to finish it.
You should be so jealous. It was so good. It was really so good. So it's a retelling of Little Women, but it's in the present day. And the father has written a book called Little Women, in which he has basically been completely canceled because he wrote everything about his family. Okay. And people are so mad at him that he wrote from as a man from the point of view of women,
and like exploited them in the process, kind of.
Not really exploited them, but really like gave intimate details of like everything from like the going through puberty and stuff like that. Okay, so he didn't do it to be.
He didn't do it to be malicious, but he definitely took their personal lives.
Yes, and the end of the book Beth died. That's not a spoiler. In Little Women,
And
that
right
at
in
the
the book
end
that he
at the
wrote.
end of the book, Beth died, and this book starts off, and they have found Beth dead. And so it goes through all the motives from like every one of the sisters. It flashes back to all of them, all of like their points of view.
Is it multicast, full cast narration, or one person?
No, it's full cast. And it even has, although I had trouble telling the difference between two of the narrators' voices,
Okay.
but they do say at the beginning who's speaking, so it was
Okay.
fine. And we're going back to what happened before, and then we're after the murder. So we even have like
So it's
Beth.
non-linear timeline. We're all over the place.
We are all over the place, but it's not difficult to follow. There's so much drama. It was
Ooh, I love
really, really good. Like,
I'm about 25% through, and I was physically reading it, and I didn't have time to finish it. And I was like, Jack, will you listen to
and
this?
I was like, yes, that's why I was a little late. I had to finish the last 10 minutes. I couldn't get out of the car. It was really, really good.
I can't wait to listen to this one next. Okay.
Like
or finish reading it.
I loved it.
Good.
I loved
Good.
it.
Yes.
I know. So far.
Because I picked it out for you. That's why you loved it.
That's my new rule. My new rule is I'm only reading the books that she tells me to.
I've got good taste. I've got not good taste. I've got Jackie Radar good taste.
She has such good Jackie Radar, and I'm so last year started off super rough.
Well, so you're already in.
I'm already like there's already some really good ones. Okay.
We're in the fiction section.
We're in the
okay.
fiction.
So Sarah Ackerman is known for her historical fiction set in Hawaii. And I was like, I want a historical fiction set in Hawaii. And I looked at the cover and I was like, great, historical fiction set in Hawaii. It looks great. It's not. It's set in 1998, which I don't think is historical fiction, and I'll fight anyone that says it is.
No, I think that's too late. Maybe 80s.
80s, yes.
80s is historical fiction.
80s, yeah. And if it was a YA, I would consider it historical fiction because they weren't born.
Yeah.
But is not historical fiction, but it's about I didn't, to be honest with you, I just went in thinking like, oh, it's whatever. I had no idea it was about shark attacks, which I am terrified of sharks in the water, which is funny because I wanted to be a marine biologist at one point.
Great. You read this right before you go to Florida? Maybe you should read Jaws too.
Well, it was all about shark attacks, and I learned our female protagonist, whose name I always forget, has shown Mila is her name, has shown Minnow. It's Minnow because she gets a fish at one point. It's a minnow. Her name is Minnow. She's there to research a few shark attacks. Some great whites are in the area chomping on people. And she's trying to figure out what's going on. And she's there to uncover what's happening. I actually found it fascinating. I thought once I realized it was not historical fiction, it was about sharks, I almost cut bait and left.
No pun intended.
No pun intended. No pun intended. But I stuck with it, and I actually really enjoyed it. I learned a lot.
And for the record, if I can't see my feet in water, I will not go in there. And like I will not.
Because of sharks?
Sharks, crabs, you name it. I am not going into water if I cannot see my feet. And my father, the last time, he's like, you are being crazy. Come in the water. I said, I cannot see my feet. I don't know what's in there. He said, come in the water. I took 4 steps and I was bit by a crab on my foot that started bleeding. And I said,
I'm not laughing at you.
I mean, I'm laughing at me. I was like, this is exactly why. This only happens to me. If I can't see where I'm stepping, I'm not going in there.
Oh my God, I love it. Okay, well, this was a good one. It wasn't what I expected, but it was a good ride nonetheless.
You have a bunch of fiction.
I do.
That I don't have. My fiction was a skip.
Right. It was. This one I actually started late last night, and I'm about 50% through, and I'm loving it. It's literary fiction about this woman who present day, it's 2015, and she's 40. She started a beauty empire. It goes back in time. We don't know why, and I still don't know, but opens with her getting a call that she's suspended from the company that she's helming.
Oh.
Picture like a Bobbi Brown or a Glossier mogul, like some one of those like major beauty
Okay.
moguls. And then we're transported back in time to like her discovering her love of beauty and creating makeup
Okay.
and making women look very natural, but like enhancing their beauty, and also her own like awakening and realizing that she's a lesbian. That
Oh,
is also
okay.
coming into play, but she's closeted throughout the whole thing, which I think maybe has something to do with it, but I don't know yet. But just the
Okay.
way it's unraveling. But we're kind of learning how she makes her beauty empire, but then
Okay.
also they're like dangling treats of like what did she do that got her ousted?
Oh, interesting.
And she's an unreliable narrator because she's writing it all out on her accord, and we don't really know what
I love that. Okay.
what's really happening. It's like all through her lens. And she's also like a little bit of a ruthless anti-hero,
Okay.
bad bitch boss, and I kind of
She a
love
little bit
it.
like Miranda, Priestley.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, like where you're just like, maybe your values aren't the best, but also like I'm still rooting for you.
I love Miranda.
Yeah, it's kind of like that.
Okay.
It's just I am really loving it, and I'm learning a lot about the beauty empire. I read a book called Rouge a while back that was about like the founding of
Okay.
beauty. It was historical fiction set in like the 30s and 40s. And this, sorry, I just whacked the shit out of my hand.
Okay.
I'm fine. And this is more like what it's like
Okay.
to start a beauty empire today. And I'm really enjoying
Oh,
it.
that's cool.
And I think you would like it even if you don't like beauty products.
Right.
Oh, and then I read a bunch of historical fiction. I said to Jackie, this is going to be my historical fiction month. And then I found out that Shark House was not historical fiction.
Yes.
Star Society is a family drama,
Sorry.
which I love.
Oh,
And
sorry.
it's set in old Hollywood, which I also love. And it's
You love old Hollywood.
I do. Actually, both of these next
I
two
feel like
are
in your
old
past
Hollywood.
life, maybe you were like an old Hollywood starlet.
Maybe I was. Maybe I was. This
feel
is
like
like
you
one
have
of
those
these weird
vibes.
niches that I think it's because my grandmother raised me on all these old Hollywood movies. And so like
Probably.
Alfred Hitchcock and like all those. And I was a film minor in college, fun fact. So I just really appreciate a good cinematic moment. So this is based on Audrey Hepburn. Two sisters during World War II worked for the Dutch resistance and were separated during the war. One goes on to be a Hollywood star.
Okay.
And the other immigrates over with her husband and ends up working for the CIA. Okay. And they don't know what happened to each other. And all of a sudden, the CIA is looking into McCarthy era Hollywood. They're trying to find all the communists. And her sister ends up being one of the people that they're going to investigate, but her sister has a new name. And so she is going to go undercover to investigate her sister and find out if she's part of the McCarthy era issue. And there's all this like manipulation, and there's all kinds of stuff that happens as they try to bond together and figure out like what was going down.
That's so good.
And it links back to what happened to their family in World War II.
Oh, that sounds so good.
It's really good. It's really good. Also, the cover is amazing.
That sounds so good.
It's so good. My other historical fiction, also set in old Hollywood, also a family drama, but a different, more one family. Okay. And Ozzie and Harriet. Do you know this show?
Yep.
Am I dating myself?
No. Dating yourself? I'm 8 years older
I
than
know,
you.
but I mean like this is like my grandma. This is my grandmom's, and like this is what she like.
You see what I have to go through.
So Ozzie and Harriet, the show, if you don't know, I'm just gonna explain. Back in 50s, late 50s and 60s, Ozzie and Harriet were a real family, and they filmed themselves and their kids in a scripted sitcom. And America got really confused. They were like the original Kardashians. Really.
Right. Okay.
So they would script these 30-minute sitcoms that were based on like family life, and they would like put it out for America to see.
Okay.
So think of like Leave It to Beaver, but the four people are actually family
related.
members.
Okay.
That's the Newmans. That's what they're inspired by. And in the beginning of this, the dad, Del, they're coming up their season. They're not doing as well anymore. Like Happy Days is coming out. Like, so, we're getting a little more risque. And they're like, I'm going to tie my apron on and make the chicken, except she doesn't actually make the chicken. She's buying the chicken from other places. And they may be about to be canceled. And so they have to come up with like a banger of a season finale, which
Okay.
might also be the series finale. And the dad of the mom and the two boys, the dad gets in an accident and he's in a coma.
Oi.
And so the mom is like, I am gonna figure this out on my
Okay.
own.
That
And
sounds
so she's trying to figure it out, but she also gets the feminine mystique. And so
okay.
she's maybe like having her own like feminism awakening
Do
throughout
you
all of this.
think this is going to be a book club pick?
I could see this being a book club.
Okay.
I think this is gonna be like a read with Jenna or something.
Okay.
I just think it's such a unique premise, and also it's so cool because it draws inspiration from stuff that really happened in the 60s, that I just think, I don't want to say the secrets of the kids, but like we follow all four, and like everyone has their own secrets, everyone is living this like
How many kids are there?
alternate life. There's two boys.
Okay.
It is directly inspired by the show Ozzie and Harriet for sure,
Okay.
because same setup, but excellent.
All right. Oh, romance.
This is you.
I've had other dreams. I This was adorable, but it makes no sense to me, this name, really.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because everything is like, oh, your biggest dream come true, but like, this makes no sense, the name. But
Okay.
that's neither here nor there. It's a spicy romance, but there's only a few spicy scenes, and she actually tells you at the very beginning of the book.
Oh, yes. I remember this because she wrote Beg, Borrow, and Steal, I think.
Yes,
And
yes.
it was the same thing.
Yes, she tells you at the very beginning of the book that there are going to be some like on-screen romance, and she tells you exactly what chapters they are in. So if you want to skip it,
You
you
can.
can.
I love that she does that.
I thought that was great.
Because quite frankly, I like to skip it at this
I just
stage.
skipped it. I skipped it.
I don't care.
A little bit ridiculous. So, of course, I can't remember the names of anybody, but it's a fictional small town. It's the same small town as all the other ones were in. So
Oh,
this was
Rome. It's
yeah,
also
yeah, yeah. It's Rome,
when,
Kentucky.
okay,
So
Rome.
it's the
Felicia's a skipper too. Yeah, it's
yeah.
just too much. It's too much.
I don't need to read that.
Mm-mm.
I actually just like I like the story. It's like a sweet story, and I know you're going to get a happy ending. This woman was in culinary school. She had like a horrible traumatic experience with the with her internship, because the chef that she was with was like very abusive and horrible to her. So she passed by the skin of her teeth. She feels like she shouldn't be cooking at all. And she calls home and ends up speaking to her brother's best friend, who owns a farm, and was saying, as a matter of fact, I'm starting a restaurant and I would like to hire you as the chef. And it turns out that he did this basically to get her to come home. This isn't really a spoiler because you figure it all out. And it's really sweet, like her relationship with her siblings and how he comes to terms with his relationship with his brother, and whether or not they can make this restaurant work, even though she's had such a bad experience, and she starts questioning whether she should be a chef.
Love it.
So it was really cute.
I enjoy her writing.
Yeah,
and very good escapist reads.
It,
well written, just fun,
just fun and good. And I was actually so happy that she told me in the beginning, so I could.
I know, it's so nice.
Chapter isn't that so bad?
So nice.
Like, okay, you had a romance.
I also had a romance set in Scotland. I mean, that's.
But look at that special edition.
I know.
I mean,
it's phenomenal. So, second chance-ish romance. Essentially, an author of this like best-selling book is on her way to Comic-Con and meets an actor who's in like a Marvel movie.
Comic-Con?
Comic-Con.
Okay, nice.
Meets an actor who's like, like the new hot Chris Evans type guy.
Right.
And they like sparks fly, but the internet starts rumors about them that she's like trying to use him for clout. They go their separate ways. She is in like a writing rut on her second book because it was the first in a series, and she needs to like bring this fantasy romance book, like she needs to do the second one. So she goes off to Scotland to get inspiration, if you will. And who shows up at her door but the actor who also happens to be renting like a property there. So like obviously second chance romance. It's adorable the way they both are working out issues with their families. But the weird thing for me,
okay,
I mean, I love this, don't get me wrong, especially because I read it this time of year. So it was wonderful for me, is that it comes out on the 6th of January, but the whole thing is like the month leading up to Christmas.
Oh,
And
that's
there's a
weird.
whole thing, it's like a chapter, but there's like Christmas in Scotland.
So,
So I don't understand why.
so it should have been released like 2 months ago.
Yeah. Which then I'm like, is it a Buffalo pig? But that doesn't really make sense either, because like who's picking a Christmas romance? I don't know. Anyway, it's not gonna distract. It's not all Christmas, but there is like a Christmas scene, and they like are decorating a tree, and then they are having Christmas dinner. And so I was
Weird.
kind of like, huh, this is weird that this is releasing in January. But it was charming and adorable and everything I want out of a Scottish romance.
We do love a Scottish romance.
Love a Scottish
Thank you,
romance.
Outlander.
Yes, thank you, Outlander.
Okay. This one,
Mm-hmm.
Ain't Nobody's Fool. Okay, so I think Dolly Parton is fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
I loved the way this was written.
Mm-hmm.
I- this woman has had such a life. There's so much to talk about. I think this book could have been like 3 times as long, and you still would be there would be more information.
Do you think she wrote it herself? Oh no,
No, she didn't. And so I really like the way that they kind of brushed on lots of different things without fixating too long on any one thing. And it just kind of goes through a little bit about her upbringing. She talks about, she started a lot of nonprofits to help kids learn how to read because her father couldn't read.
Right.
And she talks about her parents and her life and her family. And then
Dolly she was interviewed for this book? Like it's authorized biography?
I'm not sure. It has to be.
Okay.
It has to be with like the information that they had, and it's not salacious in any way at all. It talks about how she met her husband and their relationship, and all the way through, she was a brilliant businesswoman.
Mm-hmm.
So the song "I Will Always Love You," I mean, it's not really like a spoiler. Elvis Presley wanted to sing it.
Wait, I Will Always Love You, the Whitney Houston song?
Is her song.
Wait, what?
Yes. I Will Always Love You was written by her, sung by her, and Elvis Presley wanted to sing the song, but she would have had to sign away the rights to him, and he was going to pay her the song. And she said the best decision she ever made was saying no.
Wow.
And she kept the rights to the song because then look what Whitney Houston turned it into.
Huh, look at that. Who knew, team?
Yeah, and so like brilliant businesswoman who came literally from poverty. Like mom had to like sew coats together from like leftover fabric. They had no heat in their house. It was like freezing cold. Like and
Dolly, I'm wondering if this is going to be something because Dolly was like sick. She's sick right now.
Yeah, and it goes up until her husband died. And like they had, and like it's really sad. They had a really
Well, don't spoil.
Well, I mean, it's not. I mean, they had a really sweet relationship. They were married for like I don't know, like 50 years or something.
Okay.
Like so, and like everybody,
I don't know
but nobody ever sees him because he like so. It was really nice. Like I don't think anything in here was like super surprising that I hadn't heard already, but it was just really nice because I think she's awesome. She's awesome. So I loved it. And I bet you this will be like an Oprah pick or something.
I could see it. Because Dolly's the best.
She really, yeah.
She's just a nice person.
You had a nice.
Oh, great. Did you ever see the movie Fern Gully, The Last Rainforest?
No.
No? Nobody. Oh my God. You didn't see Fern Gully with the human and he shrinks down and he's in the world of fairies and they're coming to deforest.
How old were you when this came out?
Grant Hill drinks Sprite was the video that was.
She's going to say something and it's going to be like, well, I was in grad school and she was still in like elementary school.
I feel like it might have been the case. Right. Okay. Well,
that's just
Fern Gully. It was like the eco anthem of my generation. like hit in the head. But
I'm just
Fern
looking
Gully
up Fern
was
Gully.
the best. Oh my God, I loved that. I think that's why I really liked Asterwood. Essentially a little girl.
It's from 1992.
Okay, so I was 8.
Right. And I was 16. So
Okay.
no,
Well, okay, but you could have, in theory, seen Fern Gully. Anyway, it was it was a formative movie
it
in my
didn't
life.
do very well
Okay.
from Rotten Tomatoes.
It was a formative movie in my life. And this is sort of similar because there's deforestation in this enchanted forest. It's kind of also like Avatar-y. And oh, I typed in from poverty because that was my mistake. I don't know what I was putting in there. I think I meant to write something else. So
Sorry.
my bad.
Oops.
You're going all over. Um, okay, so they were in the enchanted forest. It's getting deforested, and like this little girl who is in the human world who comes back. It turns out she's from this area. She's from Asterwood in this enchanted area, and now she's gonna help save the forest.
I
Oh,
love this
loved
cover. It looks adorable.
it. It was really cute, and most importantly, my 13-year-old was in the car with me when I started it, and he wanted to keep listening to it with me, which I
Oh.
feel like says something. The only thing I will say, which is what was supposed to be in the bottom here, was trigger warning. They talk about cannibalism
Oh, nice.
because there's something like that turns their eyes violet, and then the people, like the adults,
Oh,
are
they
not the
eat
best adults in this, and they want
Right.
to eat the kids. And so
Oh,
there's
okay.
cannibals.
It's a little
So
weird.
that is a little, I'm telling you, that's the trigger
Okay.
warning. Okay.
We're going a little weird.
But if we skip, so this middle grade I liked, but I tried so hard to like this like middle grade YAE called the Taylor's version. They sent me the first one and the second one. The second one, Cruel Summer, comes out on the 6th. And it was, and this is saying something, it was too many Taylor references even for me.
Which is saying something.
I mean, each of these 4 women is called Taylor. So there's Teffy, T.S. Tay, and Taylor. And so that alone was
Is
like
it
really
supposed to be
confusing.
like the Heathers,
No,
but they're the Taylors.
kind of. I'm trying to
It's
see.
over there.
It's okay. They have like pictures of who's who. But then literally I got 3 chapters in and I was like, I cannot because they love Taylor Swift, okay? But they also reference her all the time. Like it's like, "Oh, are you ready for it? I hope there's no bad blood for you and your dad tonight when you," and I was just like, it was too much.
Oh my God.
It was like every other line was a Taylor Swift reference just shoved down my throat, and I couldn't handle it. Now I think maybe for a certain set of people, they would love it.
I bet you teens would really.
I think like your die-hard Swiftie fans, and
No, but
I thought I was die-hard,
But if
like,
you're 13.
if you're 13 and you
Right.
love Taylor Swift, this is for you, but this is not one that's translating to
Right.
adult
Right.
enjoyment.
Okay, and my skip. Listen, this is an unpopular opinion because this book sounded great.
I think this is going to be a pick too.
But it's on a weird day.
Oh, never mind then.
It's on a weird day, and other than that, I would have totally thought that this was going to be a pick. This sounds so weird. I was like, this is going to be so great, and I couldn't read it. It was just too weird for me. And this is her debut. It's a family, and they are so messed up. They're so messed up. One of the daughters ends up like having conversations online with a terrorist. Okay, so she's chatting with a terrorist who okay, and then they're uncovering and they think that there's like a plot in the town, and the parents are separated. The wife has decided they're going to have an open marriage, and so the father, who doesn't want to have an open marriage, is sleeping in the van outside their house. But then the father starts to have an affair with like the woman who runs the church, and then the older sisters, like there was something wrong with like everyone in this family. And I literally got 42% of the way in, and I was like, I can't continue to read this, so I had to skip it. But people loved it.
Like, I was gonna say, people love it.
People love this book, and it is well written.
Hmm.
And I went to the end, and the end is good, but I honestly couldn't make it between like 40 and 80. I had to skip between 40 and 80 because I was like, where is this stupid book going? So
Okay, there we go.
I don't know, but if anybody reads it and decides that they like it, I would like to hear because
Why?
yeah, because
Okay,
a lot of people really loved it and it is well written and I wanted to like it, but I didn't.
that's the
So
saddest.
yeah. That was my only skip.
That's not
And
so bad.
oh, Gina had to go. Bye, Gina.
Bye,
Thank you.
Gina.
Okay.
Okay. What's the next slide? I think it's
And
just, oh yeah, reminder that reading guide for this is gonna come out like after Christmas. We didn't want to get it lost in the shuffle and all of that. So it's going out after Christmas. And then the Looking Beyond for January is gonna be on a Tuesday. This is a Tuesday, right?
yes.
It can't be right. It can't be on a Wednesday. It's going to be on a Tuesday, so that's a different day. We apologize, but I have a doctor's appointment that I can't skip. So, um, that's the scoop. And
There's
these are
so
all the
many
books, and there's so many good ones.
there's so
Family
many good
Drama
books.
is another Hollywood drama family movie because you know how I love that.
Yeah.
Cross Your Heart, that's a sequel to a book I loved this year. Oh, there's just
Oh,
some
I'm
really
very
you've
excited.
you've already read one of those.
No, I haven't read out the
Oh,
Alice
I
Sweeney
thought you
yet.
did.
I know, no, because I was like I had so many and then I was going to get confused. That's another thriller that I can't wait to
Yeah.
read.
Yeah, there's some really solid. I'm telling you, the two of us have a lot. So that one's going to cover the last 2 weeks of January and the first 2 weeks
Yeah.
of February, and there are a ton of releases.
Yeah.
So
Okay. So
that's the scoop.
I'll stop sharing this.
And I'm gonna stop the recording.